Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Choua, and today we are going to be doing a Project 10 uses update for the month of October. It has been a pretty busy month, but I feel like I was able to get more rollouts this month compared to September, and so I'm just really glad to be able to have some things rolled out and bring some new things in so that we can keep working through the makeup collection. And so let's just jump right into it. So I'm going to start with the newer roll-ins, so the things I rolled in at the beginning of the month. And the first item I'm gonna talk about is my Half Magic Chrome Addiction eye paint / eyeliner and spirit guide. This is a purpley periwinkle sort of glittery liquid eyeshadow. And this is how it looks like. I was only able to use this one time and I used it on my birthday, and after that I just didn't reach for it. I think it's because I have other eyeshadows that I wanted to play with and I just didn't think that this color was going to look good with it, so that's why. But we got at least one use out of it. Hopefully I can get some more uses in November. I know we are like going to be entering the holiday seasons and I'm reaching for more browns and neutrals right now, but I do, however, still want to play with colors while we are kind of getting ready for the holiday season and whatnot. And I do treat purple kind of like a colorful neutral kind of color because it just looks, I just like it on my eyes. I think it goes really well with my brown eyes. So hopefully we can get some more uses in November for that product. The other new roll-in is the Ziggy shade of this ColourPop Lippy Sticks. This is a brown kind of lipstick and I quite like it. I used it 7 times already. I reached for this as kind of like a little bit of a topper, or if I want more of a brown base lip color, I would put this on first and then I will go over with like a gloss or a different kind of more pink leaning kind of lip product to kind of make it match the look. But yeah, 3 more uses of this lippy sticks and then we will be able to roll it out. So now I'm going to go into the products that I have had in this project for more than a month, and I'm going to obviously start with my ColourPop Lippy Sticks, and I'm going to start with the I Heart This shade. This is a pinky shade. This is supposed to be matte, but it looks a little satin, a little glossy. And for this one, I used it 11 times total. I used it 5 times in September and 6 times in October, making it 11 uses. I like this shade as one of those lighter shades where I can lighten up the lip shade whenever I'm wearing more like neutral, pinky kind of looks. So this one will be rolling out. I really like this one. I'm going to keep this in the collection and use it as a sort of pink topper on the lips. The next lippy sticks is 1000%. This one is a dark sort of brown berry-esque kind of lippy sticks. This is how it looks like. And for the month of September, I used it 4 times. And for the month of October, I used it 6 times. That means we have reached 10 uses on this lippy sticks. And this one will also be rolling out. Next is my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Ritz. So for Ritz, I used it 5 times in the month of September and then 5 more times in the month of October. So that means we have reached our 10 use goal on this shade as well. It was a really nice lid topper, especially when I'm wearing browns and I wanted just a little bit more sparkle or a little bit more oomph to the center of the eyes. I will go in and put that right on top. Sometimes I would use this as an inner corner or like on the lower lash line. It's a very, very beautiful shade, and so I'm glad I'm able to reach 10 uses and roll it out. The next one is the shade Empire. This one is a green one. It is a really beautiful shade actually, but this one we have not reached 10 uses on yet. I used it one time in the month of September, and then I used it 3 times in the month of October. This is how it looks like. I like using this sort of like a liner. I think it's just because this green looks best, especially in the spooky season, looks best as a liner versus all over the lids. It looks a little bit too like Christmassy on my eyes, I feel like. So I've been using it like a liner. So what I would do is I would draw a wing liner with like my black eyeliner that I have in my project pan, and then I will go on top with this shade, and it really does wear well as a liner. So I'm not too bad about that. I'm not too mad about that. We have 6 more uses to go. I feel like now that we are entering November and kind of getting over the Halloween spooky season, I might be able to put this all over a little bit more to kind of really get into the Christmassy festivities and everything. Another eye product that I have not reached 10 uses on is the Laura Mercier eyeshadow stick in a rose thorn. This one is beautiful on the eyes. I actually really like it. I use it 2 times in the month of September and then 4 times in the month of October. This is how it looks like. Very beautiful. I would use this sort of like a liner on the bottom lash line, and this I would just put all over the eyelids, and then I would use a different shadow to like really just blend it out, and it just wears beautifully. We have a little bit more to go with this. 4 more uses. I feel like we will be able to get that done in November. With the Laura Mercier eyeshadow stick, I have been pairing it with my Beauty Bakery Breakfast in Bed shadow palette. This one I've used 5 times in the month of October as well as September. So we have officially reached 10 uses on this one. This wears beautifully. I have been loving this palette so much. I didn't think I was gonna like this palette that much, but actually I really love it. I can wear all these colors to work and feel like I'm not being too over the top with my eye looks. So I really like this one. I'm going to keep this in my collection. Definitely going to wear this more often, especially in the colder seasons. A product that will be staying in for 1 more month is my Lucky Chick Radiant Glow Illuminator. This one we used it 3 times in September and then 3 times in October. This one I feel like dispenses a little bit too much product sometimes, so I would have to mix it in with like my complexion products. But this is how the product looks like. Very glowy. So I have 4 more uses. I feel like I might be able to get it done, especially with some of my more matte formula skin tints or foundations that I'm planning to be using up a little bit more in November. And then lastly is my CoverGirl Olay Simply Ageless 3-in-1 foundation. This one has been in this project for a while. It's been in for 3 months. For the month of August, I used this 3 times, and then for the month of September, I used it 4 times, and then in October, I used it 3 additional times for it to reach 10 uses. I've used quite a lot because this one, when you pump it, the product goes up. If I use more than 1 pump, it tends to look super foundation-y and like cakey on my skin. So I only go in with 1 pump, but even then I have to really kind of share it out because this does kind of look like a foundation that will sit on the skin and it doesn't really just seamlessly blend in. So this one I have to play with a little bit more. Is it my favorite foundation in my collection? No, but I'm not going to get rid of it just yet. I feel like this is a really nice one, probably for days that I kind of want more like a full coverage kind of look and I'm going a little bit heavier with my makeup and all of that. This is scented a little bit, and it doesn't bother me or make me break out. So this one is going to be rolling out, and I'm excited to just play with other skin tints and foundations for the time being. All right, so that means we have 5 products that we rolled out. And so we are going to bring 5 new ones to replace those. And the first 2 that I'm going to talk about are obviously my ColourPop Lippy Sticks. So this first shade is Chi Chi. This is a matte finish. This one is orangey, kind of corally lipstick. This one could have been appropriate for October, but this one wasn't rolled in at the time. But I feel like I can use this a little bit, especially with some more of my coral lipsticks and lip stains. I'm curious to know how this color looks like on my lips because I don't usually wear orangey lip colors. So hopefully I can get 10 uses within the month. Who knows? This color is more intimidating than like a bright pink for me. So we shall see how many times I reach for it. The next one is Infinite Best. This one is also a matte finish. This one's like a berry red wine matte color. Very, very vampy. Look at the contrast. Very, very cute, very pretty. I could probably use these together as a combo to create like a very fall, autumny, Thanksgiving kind of lip look. I don't know yet. 2 very different colors are going to be rolled in for the month of November. So we shall see how many times I naturally kind of reach for these colors, especially since we are reaching a point in like the year where it's getting colder and everything. And sometimes I just want to wear something more hydrating, a little less on the lips because when it gets windy, my hair sticks to my lips. And I do not like that. So, okay. So because we rolled out a Super Shock shadow, I am rolling one in. This one is Ice Dream, of course. This one was randomly picked through the random wheel app thingy that I have. And I think it's appropriate, I guess. This one is a very nice, let me just grab a little bit more product here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but it's like purpley blue, very nice kind of shade. This one's gonna be great as an inner corner, as a lid topper. Very nice for those kind of wintry bluish eye looks. So I'm excited to challenge myself with this Super Shock shadow. Next is my Persona Super Blush in Caramel. I decided to roll in this blush here because I have been diligently working on my Project Pan blush and I just want something that's a little bit more fall and wintry, and so I decided to roll in sort of like a newer blush, but a blush that I have used a couple times already. And so this one is being rolled in to kind of really work with the Project Pan blush that I have, and also I just think it's beautiful for this time of month. So I am rolling in this blush. 10 uses out of this. I feel like I'll be able to know a little bit more about how the formula works and if it's a blush that I will organically reach for outside of projects. So here's a blush that I'm gonna work on. And lastly, the product I'm going to roll in is my Milani Make It Last Sunscreen Setting Spray. I decided to roll this one in because I usually love setting sprays. I feel like setting sprays are one of the makeup items that I have to have in my collection because it just melts the makeup in, it blends everything in together, it sets my makeup, you know, especially since I'm a glasses wearer. It helps sort of keep things in place and it doesn't smudge and move my makeup around as often as if I didn't have it on. But this one I haven't really been reaching for. I would force myself to spray this on right before I go outside, when I take either out to use the bathroom or on a walk, especially on super sunny and warm days. But other than that, I don't reach for it because of the smell. It smells too much like sunscreen. It smells too chemically for me, and when I do spray it, the smell lingers a little bit too long. Sometimes I wish like it would just dissipate after a few minutes, but it doesn't. I feel like it just stays on the face until I wash it off. So I don't really reach for it, but I know if I don't put this in a project, I may like not use it, you know what I mean? And I don't want to waste my money. So I'm going to put this in for 10 uses, even though it's going to be colder. You know, the leaves are falling, winter is coming. I feel like this one will be beneficial, especially on days when it is snowing or I'm out in the snow with Ira and the light is reflecting like right back into my face. I feel like this one I could spray on and protect my face in the midday when I take her out. Also, I've only tested this in hot, warm weather. I've never tested this in cold weather. So I think I'm going to test this out and see if the smell, you know, goes away quicker in the colder weather. I'm not too sure, but 10 uses on this will make me feel a little bit better that I've spent the money on it. I have used it up until here. I can see the liquid setting down here, right here. So maybe 10 uses will bring it down to like this golden part of the packaging. Who knows, but I'm going to use this as kind of like a midday spray to keep the makeup intact and just use it up. Honestly, just to use it up. Okay, honestly, it has been quite a while since I've actually sat down and like recorded anything. It has been a pretty hectic month, but I'm glad to be able to get this done and just be able to roll things in for the month of November. If you like what you see, make sure you like and subscribe. Comment down below what you'd like to see next, because I will be doing like a Vlogsgiving sort of schedule where I'm going to be posting I think 12 days up until Thanksgiving Day and see how that works, because I really do want to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And so I feel like because a lot of things have been going on and it's been pretty busy, I have been trying my best to pre-record and get stuff ready for that Vlogsgiving schedule and whatnot. So if you want to stay tuned and see what I have in mind for the holiday seasons, make sure you subscribe. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Bye!